And hello again YouTube, welcome back to another little video in the fighting game series. People seem to be enjoying looking through what I've accumulated over the years. Pretty much everything here I believe are non-Capcom games, so there's some good franchises here. A few 3D ones as well, obviously not all 2D games. King of Fighters, one of my favourites there, but yeah, we'll have a little look through those in a minute. First of all, I want to say thanks to everybody for watching and commenting. People seem to be enjoying looking through these videos and listening to me waffle on. Got to keep it pretty quick, the videos, otherwise this phone will overheat and switch off. But first up, got one of my favourite statues. This is a little bit too big for the shelves, like the Zangief and M Bison, so I've just popped it on top of the box there. Lovely big box. And this comes from Japan. I think it was either the start of this year or the back end of last year. And this is an incredibly hard statue to get hold of, and the Japanese seller I used quite a lot really came through on this, because I paid for surface shipping, which is by sea, the cheapest option, and they couldn't send it by that method, and they paid an upgrade to airmail which would have cost at least £100, probably more. So yeah, really great seller I use, and fantastic detail there. Looks like she's fighting over top of some water. I got a good feeling Jay, Cyber Snake, will appreciate that. I know he's a big fan of mine. And I'll just slide that out of the way. I'll continue looking at what else I've accumulated. Whoops, knocking everything down. Okay, so we'll start at the bottom. And at the bottom we have Guilty Gear. Not a franchise I'm overly familiar with, to be honest. I've played them obviously, but I've dabbled more than anything. But yeah, we've got PlayStation 2 arcade stick. PlayStation 2, Guilty Gear X Collector's Edition, soundtrack, PSP, various PS2 Japanese releases. We've got some 360 and Wii, PAL PlayStation, needs a case replacement by the looks of it, Game Boy Advance. PlayStation 4 Collector's Edition comes with that joypad there. We've got the Dreamcast with a mini CD and a fighter pad for PlayStation. Moving up, one of my favourite SNK fighting franchises, we've got King of Fighters. So we've got some Japanese PlayStation, Neo Geo Cd, that's like a bit of a special edition of '98. Comes with the soundtrack and a double-sized spine card, that's quite hard to get hold of complete. We've got Neo Geo Cd again, and some gorgeous Japanese Dreamcast releases. Saturn, got the PSP collection, SNK art book, PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360. So good mix of different systems there. Japanese PlayStation 2 releases, huge amount. That's a PAL one, that's from back in the day, so I've kept hold of that. I don't really keep doubles normally, but it's just with it being from back in the day. It might go in the end. But yeah, vast amount of Japanese PlayStation 2 releases. King of Fighters 98, Ultimate Match. Dylan just picked up the PS4 version from that limited run games company. Not something I'm really jumping on board, to be honest, but I know he loves that sort of stuff. King of Fighters 96 for Neo Geo CD. That's a special edition book version. That should have been in my last video really, I just thought I'd stick it in. Capcom vs SNK lighter, it's quite hard to come by. Set of badges. That's a lovely item. Japanese Game Boy Advance, like a collector's edition console with the game. Lovely box, pretty much mint condition. Gorgeous art on that King of Fighters 14 arcade stick. That's a Japanese release. That's the PAL Day 1 version of the game. We've got the Japanese 94 PlayStation 2 version. That comes with that joypad. And a little comic book and pendant. Talking a limited run. PlayStation 4 King of Fighters 97. Comes in that shot box. Not going to be getting overly involved, like I said, in those. That one may end up by actually going. We'll see. Fatal Fury, because we've got Japanese Mega Drive, Super Famicom, few figures, VHS, the PlayStation 2 sets, And we've got obviously my figure, Neo Geo Cd again, Japanese PlayStation, and the Real Bout spin-offs. So again, great games, ones that I really enjoy. Nitro Blasters, Japanese PlayStation Collector's Edition. Comes with that glass cube thing. And soundtrack, etc. art book. Garou Mark of the Wolves. Got a Athena there. Neo Geo Battle Coliseum version of her. Couldn't find that game actually. I think I had the PAL version which I sold, and I've not bought the Japanese one yet, so that needs something that needs adding. Garou Mark of the Wolves Japanese PlayStation 2 arcade stick. I've got the game there as well. B Janet from the game. A couple of figures. SNK Heroines. That is PAL game collector's edition, coming from CEX. It was actually brand new until I opened it. A few boxers, Tekken figure, got a Kasumi, that one might be going. Dead or Alive Paradise collector's edition for PSP. We've got the start of my Dead or Alive collection. So we've got Iane, Kasumi, Mary Rose. Various games from the franchise. And loads more. Kasumi again. Got a range of Dead or Alive key rings. Got the Vita Collector's Edition, Japanese version. An Xbox 360 Japanese version Collector's Edition. And various bits in there like the badges and the postcards. Kana Hearts. Another all-girl fighting franchise from Japan. So we've got various collector's editions there. Japanese, PAL, tissue, mug. More games. PlayStation 2, PlayStation 3. Bit like Guilty Gear. It's a game I dabble with. I'm not good at playing it or anything, but I don't mind dabbling. Samurai Spirits. So we've got the Tokyo Game Show limited edition version with a shop box, figure, sealed game, little card. Come with that bag as well. Chap were taking pre-orders and he went and got them from the game show and sent them out. Samurai Spirits figure, and moving down. More Samurai Spirits or Samurai Showdown. Japanese PlayStation 2, 360. Even a bit of 3DO love. Mina. Little figure. Japanese PlayStation again, Neo Geo. Got a bit of Art of Fighting as well at the side of this little display. And also moving down, Art of Fighting again. Collector's edition for Neo Geo CD with that coin. Got a Suka. Burning Fest, Japanese PlayStation. Fighter's History on the Super Famicom Mitsugi version, or whatever it says. Can't remember his name exactly. Melty Blood games for Japanese PlayStation 2. Collector's edition. The normal one. And the Rumblefish. Japanese PlayStation 2 again. Moving across. Fighter's History Climax. So we've got 2 PlayStation 3, PlayStation 4 and the 2 Vita games. Set of key rings as well. Phantom Breaker Collector's Edition. Japanese 360. Another gorgeous Japanese only arcade stick for Aquapaza. Another Japanese fighter. Got the PlayStation 3 Collector's Edition, which I'm ashamed to say is sealed. I've still not played it. Soundtrack and what have you. Moving up, we've got Blazblue. So, yet another arcade stick. Gorgeous artwork. Various collector's editions and art books from the game. PAL, Japanese, the Vita games. I recently swapped to the Japanese PSP versions of the games. I think we only got 2 in this country. Japan got 3. Collector's edition PlayStation 4. UK and Japan. It's a PAL 360 game. Soundtrack. Moving up. Virtua Fighter. So we've got the 10th anniversary. Japanese version. PAL. Got a bit of Mega Drive in here. Virtua Fighter 3 TB. That's my original copy from back in the day. PAL copy. There we are. Soul Calibur, I've had to stick there, that joystick. Soul Calibur's on the shelf above. Little Virtua Fighter figure. Moving up. Soul Calibur Collector's Edition. That's bought that on day 1. Pre-ordered it. steel tin version, that's 360 version. Another gorgeous arcade stick. One of my favourites. That's quite a nice one to have. That's a GameCube Soul Calibur 2 arcade stick. As with Virtua Fighter, that's my original Soul Calibur from back in the day. The Dreamcast. GameCube. Soul Calibur. Is it Ivy? I think it's Ivy figure. Tekken. Again, various different incarnations. PAL Japanese. Mainly PAL though. Tekken 6 arcade stick. We've got 4 figures from the game. Mixed response on the figures. I mean, personally, I like to add bits and bobs of gaming tat. Not my fault that most of the figures the companies make are female. I don't know why that is, but got to roll with it. And then we're going to go up to some even more dodgier stuff. We've got the Dead or Alive Ultimate Collector's Edition from Japan with a very dodgy mouse mat. And then we've got various figures from the games. We've got Tina, Kasumi again, Dead or Alive, Li Fang, cards, Dead or Alive Extreme Pre-Collector's Edition from Japan, which comes with that dodgy mouse mat. Couldn't get it in down there. I've forgotten who that one is. Hitomi. I've just looked at the box, I've cheated. But yeah, apologies for rushing a little bit because I know my phone's going to run out of memory any minute, but it's the second time I've tried doing this video. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. It's not all my fighters. I've still got some which I couldn't get in, which I'll probably continue the series. I'll probably do the rest at fighters because I've got a couple of nice Mortal Kombat bits. Then maybe fill up with maybe some of my favourite arcade conversions, something like that. Scrolling fighters, I think I mentioned to Big Rob, and some other bits and pieces. I didn't really want to do a shooting video, but I may do just one as a special. I wanted to keep my shoot 'em up collection to the end because that's what I'd class as my pride and joy. I didn't want to, you know, show everything until I've got the actual games room set up, which I'm working on still, slowly, but it's coming together now as I'm going through my collection, deciding what I'm keeping, deciding what I'm selling. Been on with that for as long as I've known some people. But yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. As I said, thanks a lot for everybody for watching. I'm trying to catch up with everybody's videos. A few of you know I'm struggling at the moment. My phone's on its last legs. Got to keep messing about altering the date. I've got to put the date back to 4th of November to get WhatsApp working.